Hi friends, welcome to bestbankingjobs.com, and it's a really an exclusive first video on operational jobs in banking. We have listed the list of operational jobs and operation job opportunities available in banking. It will be very useful for the freshers. You can nowhere find this information, so please see this video completely. I bet you cannot find this information anywhere. So it's a complete guide for you on what are all the operational jobs available in banking. Yeah, below I have ranked department wise. I have listed department wise. Trade and forex is there. Really, it's a very good department. I ranked it first. The next thing is risk and control department. The third is credit analyst. The fourth is retail asset operations. Fifth is wholesale banking operations. Sixth is internal audit department, and seventh is central processing unit. If you are joining any of these listed departments, your work will be fully on the operations and there is no sales part in it. And as a ranker, you will be having a very good futures if you get the opportunity to work in traded forex. It's superb, it's fantastic. And I rank it as risk and control units. Yes, it's also obviously good. Credit analyst, likewise I have ranked from the highest to lowest. All these departments, it's full of operations, and of course you will have a very good career path. I strongly say you cannot find anywhere this video, you cannot find this information anywhere. So please see this video completely and make use of it. Yeah, if you're looking for operational job, I prefer you to look for an options as a credit analyst or credit manager with any banks. A credit manager directly they won't recruit, but as a credit analyst you can join. Even the freshers can join bank as a credit analyst, because every bank offers personal loan, business loan, housing loan, loan against properties, education loans, auto loans, agri loans, etc. All these loans have been offered by many banks. So to process this, the sourcing channels will be sourcing these files, and it will be sent to loan center for processing. And the credit analyst will be the person who gathers and reviews the financial data about loan application, including their payment habits and historical history, earnings and savings, etc. In short, the credit analyst will be processing the loan files of the bank customers as per company's derived credit policies. Okay, all the banks will be having their own credit policies to which the loan should be processed and disbursed. So the files will be sourced by the sourcing channel and it will be forwarded to credit analyst. The credit analyst will be preparing the as per the checklist. The credit analyst will be preparing the report and forwarding it to the credit manager. So your job is to prepare the report of the files you received, and the approval or denial decision will be taken by the credit manager. So here you are not going to source any business, you are not going to source any loan files. That you will be working as a credit analyst, but you will be receiving all those from files from all your branches. You are going to generate report and data, so you can learn many things. It's a very fantastic role. We can learn many things on the credit part of what is norms. Everything will be taught by your bank, so you can learn many things as a credit analyst. In future, it's a primary as a fresher you can join as a credit analyst, and later you can be promoted as a credit manager. It's a fantastic role. It's full of operations, so there's no point of sales in it. So you have to assess the customers of how good he is. If you provide loan to them, how good they can repay your loan. It's a fantastic opportunity in operations. Yeah, the second thing is joining the central processing unit department. It's a department, all the branches have been receiving the account opening forms, they will be processing, and the processed forms have been assigned to the central processing unit. So central processing unit is the department which process the account opening forms scanned by the branches and open the account. So account opening will be the primary job of the central processing unit. Please remember, you are not going to source any account. Accounts will be sourced by all your branches and the respective executives. You are not going to source it. There is no point of sales here. Just you are going to convert. Just you are going to open the accounts which have been forwarded to you by your branches. And the second thing is processing the customer instructions raised by your branches. As like that, now the operations part at the branch level is very less. They will be online, they will be doing some modifications, else they will be raising the request. They will be raising the request, they will be assigning the request to CPU, like the address modification, signature address, it's anything. All your branches, if you in Tamil Nadu, if there is 300 branches, all your 300 branches request will be assigned to this central processing unit, and the persons or the operation staffs working at central processing unit will be completing that task. So all the assigned request will be modified, and any request it will be done by the central processing unit staff. As a fresher, if you are joining the central processing unit as an officer, you will be filled up of, you will be doing the account opening things and the processing the customer instructions. It is full of operations, but you need to be very accurate. You should work error free, so you should able to process more forms in a single day. So it will be full of system modes. There is no sales point in it. Yeah, the third good opportunity is working at the wholesale banking operation departments. It will be full of operations. What there is no sales. The department mainly does the processing outward and inward checks of the branch, CMS operations, and depository operations. That is, all your branches will be receiving the checks. There is outward checks and inward checks. That is, if you are an ICICI Bank customers, all your ICICI Bank customers will be depositing the other bank checks with you. Okay, and all your ICICI Bank customers will be issuing checks to other banks as well. So you will be receiving checks from other bank, and your bank checks have been also presented with other bank. So I tell you in short, so all these checks received at all your branches will be scanned and forwarded to this wholesale banking operation departments. Usually it will operate in 3 to 4 districts. One WBO departments will be there. So all these checks processing will be the primary job of the department. Check rejections, tallying the checks, tallying the total amount, so receiving funds from other bank and settling it to all your customers will be the primary job of the wholesale banking operations departments. Then it's a CMS operation. CMS is the corporate clients will be having the CMS type of accounts, because they will be having thousands, hundreds and thousands of credit in a single day. So normal statements they cannot reconcile. So it a different type of account for the corporate customers. So they will be receiving the statements as per the agent code, like that. So it will be a corporate it will be a corporate account for the, it's a corporate account for the corporate customers. So these operations will be also done at the WBO operations. And one more thing is depository operations. It's like your demat accounts, your derivatives, your share forwarding, share transfer, like all these share related transaction will be done at the depository operations. These are the three major operations. Other jobs also they could do. These are the three major operations that will be done at the wholesale banking operation departments. So if you are rather wasting time, if you are looking at only operational jobs, if you join as a wholesale banking operations department directly, you will get into this type of work directly. It's full of operations, there's no sales. You can learn a lot of things and you could have a good career path. Yeah, another fantastic department is the risk control unit department. Yeah, it's a very important department for every bank, because the aim is to minimize the risk for banks and customers. It is a very important thing, because all these branches have been opening hundreds of accounts in a month, and the number of accounts opened every month will be very high. So this department is needs to verify this on sampling basis. They will be verifying the KYC of the customers, that is Aadhaar, PAN card, or any other proof that submitted by the customers. On a sampling basis, they will be verifying the customers documents, and also the pattern of transaction on the account. If they are if they provided a declaration as they are salaried and there is a very high number of transactions in the accounts, then it is suspectable. So it will be verified of whether it is right or wrong, whether the customer is doing the transaction or someone is transacting on his account. And also there is a fraud prevention using bank accounts, because nowadays there are many number of accounts have been opened, and the account many calls, even we receive calls, does you have you received a credit card, that you received a debit card, you received a gift, so please deposit 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees in our account. Like that, the amount will be deposited and immediately it will be withdrawn, because now digital fraud is happening at the high space. So the risk control unit will be monitoring all those things, and they will be, the aim is to minimize the risk for the customers and banks. If some accounts, there's some customers who opened account with their bank, their bank, and they are doing some fraud activities, like that the high credit, some high value checks issued and returns, anything, any unusual activity, uh, report will be generated and it will be forwarded to this department, and they will be scrutinizing this on the accounts, and they will take action if anything is required, and they will ask questions to the branches if anything is required. So it is really a fantastic department. You will learn a lot of things. They will work closely with the digital departments. They will receive many reports, and they closely monitor the accounts of of their bank customers. All the accounts will be closely monitored by these departments, and any steps needs to be taken, they will take. And really it's a full of operation job, and there you will have very high scope to learn. Yeah, the one more fine department is internal audit department, because auditing is the prime. It's a very important activity by every banks across branches and departments. So if you join as a junior auditor, even if you are working at somewhere departments in banking, if you are from BPO joining to banks, you can prefer to ask this department. But one thing is, you have to roam around, you have to visit all your branches, you have to move from one location to another location, because you don't have a job to sit at your own location. But not, may not be always, but at least twice in a month, thrice in a month, you will be moving to some of your branches and verifying, moving to some of your audit departments. So like I said, inspect each branch of a bank and each department on a laid down policies of the bank and RBI. Need to move from one branch to other and multiple locations on regular basis. Yes, the your department will provide you the checklist of how the branch should work, and how what are the guidelines of your bank, and what are the guidelines insisted by the RBA. All these will be provided, will be generated as a checklist, and checklist will be provided to you and your branch as well. The branch will be functioning as per the checklist provided, but there could be some deviations, or there could be some issues, or they could overlay, they could oversee some things, and they have avoided some things. So if you visited your branches, based on the checklist provided to you, you will be assessing what are all right, what are all wrong, and you will be providing scores, audit scores will be provided to each branch. And also you will categorize your branches, like it is low risk, medium risk, and high risk branches. So this is the primary agenda of the internal audit department. That audit will be usually for every branch, the audit will be conducted on either once in a year or twice in a year, based on the branch wood size. It's you can learn a lot of your banking process on this. But one thing is, you have to move from one location to another location, but you will be highly respected as auditor. The word itself categories the prestige. As an auditor is really a prestige job, but you have to move from one location to another location. As a it's a, there's no point of sales in it. It's full of operations. Your reported will be submitted to very higher departments. Your reported will be supported to the board of members of the bank. Any deviations, any high risk will be even submitted to Reserve Bank as it's a norms. So it's a very professionalized and a very high sensitive job. The another informative department is trade and forex department. If you are working it, you have to facilitate the export and import trading transactions. In short, you are facilitating the forex transaction for your customers, and doing transactions like outward inward remittances, bills, discountings, letter of credit, buyer's credit, etc. It's a very vast area, and it is a very important area, because if you are working at trade and forex department, you should not. It's not necessary to depends upon only ICICI, HDFC, Axis, or another Indian banks. You can even work with international banks like Dutch Bank, uh, PNB Paribas, and there is many international banks have been working on the trade and forest departments because they earn very high income on this. In short, why the trade and forest departments is required? If there is any export and import, this trade and forest departments it's needed, and it works based on the FEMA guidelines. Two things: if you are an individual person, if you are sending your money to, if the father is sending money to son who is at abroad, then the forest transaction completes. And if the son is sending amount to father or to wife to India, there the forest transactions comes. It is inward and outward remittance. It is for the personal purpose, individuals. And another thing is, as if you are a business person, if you are exporting something, then you will be receiving the payment in the dollars or any other currency of other countries. And if you are importing something, then you have to settle your payment to import the goods. You have to pay first. Only once you have paid, uh, the supplier will supply goods to you. So on these both these transactions, the forest departments plays a vital role. All these transactions will be done on the, not in INR. The transaction will be on mostly on dollars or any many currencies. There are almost 16 currencies out there. So it's a very interesting topic, and this is the place where you can learn most of things. As far as many departments I pointed out, it is the prime department, it is the highest, it's the first department where you can learn most of things and where you will be having the very high future growth. Another department is retail asset operations. So if you are working, all your account related queries will be handled at the branches. You are depositing money, withdrawing anything, it will be handled at the branches. And all your loans, because all banks have been doing personal loan, business loan, home loan, loan against properties, and many loans, auto loans, etc. So all these queries related to your loans will be serviced at the retail asset operations only. Your branches will not serve. It will be having the separate branches. So these branches will be servicing the loan customers, like they are making the part payment or closure of loans, or providing the loan statements, or once the loan is closed, providing NOC. And also if you are availing the home loan or loan against properties, you need to pledge property to the bank. So once you have to do the registration, and you should hand over your uh, property documents to the bank. So it will be handled by these departments. It is also a very good department to learn more about the assets. You can learn more information about all these. You can learn more information about the documents in India. So it is also a very good department. It is also full of operations. There is no space for sales in it. In the operations part, you can learn many things here. Yeah, friends, I have provided the really very good information for to you. So please share this video to your friends, and please visit our website bestbankingjobs.com for the latest job updates, and please subscribe our YouTube channel. And it's a very good video. So I have spent a lot of time in it, and please go through it again and again. Only by that you can get the complete information. And I wish you all the best for your good career path.